just to start, if I was to guess everybody's ages, I would say you all look a very similar age and all very young. Just to get off that back. Right, so the plan tonight is I'm going to try some new material and hopefully it goes well. And if not, we'll probably be in lockdown soon, so I'll just stay under this faces for a while. Lockdowns are shit out there, would we all agree?
Yeah.
Really depressing. I don't know about you, but I've completely given up on lockdowns. Anything the government say now, completely given up. Thing is, to be in all fairness, I've given up on politicians a long time ago, because the thing is, the way I see it, don't matter if you're left, right, you're all full of shit. Every single one of them there, all full of shit. You look at them now, you look at Boris Johnson, compulsive liar. Keir Starmer, not much better. Nigel Farage, he's the biggest liar out of all of them, innit? See, not many people know this, but Nigel Farage, that's not actually his real name. No, it's not, he just uses it as an excuse to get NF tattoos. So the past year for me has been really difficult on a personal level. In the past 12 months I've managed to buy a new house.
Woo.
I've moved into the house with my 2-year-old and the mother of my child. Since split up with the mother of my child. And because neither of us has anywhere to go, we still live together. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Now, to make this situation inconceivably even worse, 10 times more difficult, recently found out she's been living with the big C. She's turned into a bit of a cunt. See, the breakup had been coming, and when we finally reached the crescendo, we sat down and had a really mature discussion, really sensible discussion. We both sat down and went, look, this isn't great, this isn't ideal, let's make the best of a bad situation here. We've got a 2-year-old, let's still do stuff together, be amicable around the house, so we can try and get along for his purpose and for his sake. And I was like, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, that's what I ever wanted, you know what I mean? It lasted about a week. And then nobody speaks to each other now, unless now it's something, practical that needs doing. I mean, the logistics aren't too bad of it, like she works shifts and I do 9 to 5, so there's a lot of time in the house that we're not actually together. But when we are in the house together, sound like this. I mean, there's only so long you can pretend to be engaged with your 2-year-old in his toys before it just becomes awkward. You know what I mean? I mean, every now and then it's not totally too bad, every now and then you get a bit of respite, like the doorbell will go. And then it turns into a race to see who can get there first. The thing is, like 9 times out of 10, like you find out it's only the postman, and you find yourself dragging that conversation just so you have to go back inside. Our postman's called Jamie. He's getting the kitchen fit this week, can't wait to find out. Now, obviously, it's a shit situation, nobody wants to be there, but I know for a fact as soon as that house is sold, when I walk out that front door, like Will Smith at the end of Pursuit of Happiness. Obviously, I'm making the best of a bad situation and trying to make some human to it. But on a more serious note, if anybody's looking for a 4-bedroom bed and semi, I will be around after the show. Do you ever find nowadays that some people are just like a little bit too patriotic? Has anybody ever come across that? So I had a situation recently where I bought this German football shirt, white football shirt, Adidas retro, very nice look. I thought that looked good on me. Didn't pay much mind, much thought, anything. So the following week I wore it to work. And the look on my boss's face when I walked in wearing that German football shirt, you'd have thought I'd have walked in with a rectangular moustache and a copy of Mein Kampf hanging out my back pocket. Fucking calm down, mate, it's just a football shirt. I mean, you do hear though, don't you? Like, there's a thin line between racism and patriotism, and it's hard to tell the difference. And sometimes it is, and other times it's not. That means you find yourself driving through like a council estate, and it's not the World Cup. There's just a big fuck off Union Jack and that's somebody's bedroom window. Like, we live in England, who the hell's that flag for? I mean, I've been really pondering that and thinking it must be for any, like UFOs in the area. And by UFOs I do mean unmistakable foreign objects. I'm actually live too far from here, so I decided to get the public transport in tonight. And as I was sat there, I thought, right, I'll just go through my material for them, just double check my emails. And I saw this email from Saul and said, we are unlikely to welcome back any acts that perform racist material. So I decided to leave all my shots about black people at the back of the bus. You guys are going to laugh at that, what's changed? I did that joke in Millwall and got a standing ovation. That was very progressive. Just for anybody, just clear it up for the room. Just feel a bit of silence. I am mixed race. But I also identify as a black man, so in 2022 that's, it's probably pretty acceptable. I once heard a girl say the best thing about being mixed race is that you get to be racist to both sides, which might be the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. The best thing about being mixed race is that you get to grow up soaking up two entirely different cultures that are both beautiful, but you get to experience and soak them up as you grow. I remember as a kid, I'd be at a party on Friday night, you go up to the spread, jerk chicken, absolutely amazing. Go to the party on a Saturday night, egg and crust sandwiches. I developed one hell of a palate. 1 month I'm into Doc Martens, the next one Dr. Dre. Now the other great thing about being mixed race is that you get to sit with both grandparents, you can really look at your ancestry, find out where you've come from. You get to sit down, you get to go through your family tree, you look at the former glories, the hardships. I mean, we don't need to go into all the details. White people, nobody did. I've got a thing nowadays, if I get speaking to a white one, she invites me out to go around and watch a film, I go around and put a slave movie on. Just a guilt trip, isn't that? I mean, some of you are laughing, but it works. You couldn't imagine the amount of times I've ended up knocking boots to roots. Some people might call that manipulation. What's called reparations. Like I said, didn't drive here, not a big fan of driving because of how dangerous it can be with all the black ice. And for anybody in the audience who doesn't drive, I'm not sure if you don't drive, but black ice is essentially the same as white ice. Apart from it's cooler and usually turns up later than expected. I had a one-night stand recently that I'm not so proud of. You don't know that. I had a one-night stand recently that I'm not so proud of. After it was done, she turned and she looked at me and she went, "Didn't even get me wet." To which I turned back and looked and said, "Well, in my defence, you do look like a gremlin." I hope you got that, Caroline. You got the reference? One half of this audience is going to try and cancel me on Twitter tomorrow for being the other half got it, thankfully. I had a nightmare at work the other day. I had so much work to get through, but I just couldn't get off the toilet. Massive backlog. I'd like to finish on this. I want to finish on a little short story about privilege. Now, you hear the term white privilege nowadays, which gets bandied about a lot, and by looking at half people in this crowd, you should be aware of it because you've all got it. So this is the story about the opposite side of the spectrum. This is black privilege. Now, black privilege doesn't really happen too often, and when it does happen, you've got to cherish these moments. So this story was me. It's first week of secondary school, sorry. Don't know anybody at this school, very new school, don't know what to expect, but for some reason I decided to go in with a rather ludicrous hairstyle. Now this hairstyle is called China bugs. Don't know if anybody knows. For the visual, a very chic hairstyle. In essence, your hair's partitioned into little chunks and it's like little mushrooms of hair, and there's elastic bands that tie it up. Not a good look. I don't know if I was trying to be bullied, I don't know if I was trying to make a statement, but there it was, first week of year 7. In hindsight, that was a hell of a result. Nobody said anything. We're moving into the second week and it's gone down that well. I've made 2 white friends in my class and they decide, that's very nice, I think we're going to have it as well. So there we are in week 3. There we are in week 3, 3 twats all sat at the back of the class, and out of nowhere, the head of year storms in. He grabs all 3 of us and said, "Right, out now, I need to speak to you all." So he drags us out of the classroom into a meeting room, very stern look on his face. He sits down, it's me there, bit of a gap, my 2 white friends. He turns to my 2 white friends and said, "Look, it's a very conservative school, we don't do any fancy stuff like that, take the elastic bands out of your hair, that's fine." And as you can imagine, my 2 white friends were looking a little bit perplexed, looking at me, looking back at the head of the year. And they said, but "Sir, why is it alright for Lewis to have it but not us?" And no wonder, but I looked directly back in the face and said, "Of course it's alright for Lewis, because that's his religion." And what fucking religion is that then? Is that a religion where black people worship Craig David?